Now let's take you to France, and the man at the centre of a mass rape trial has testified in court for the first time. Dominique Pelicot, who's 71, has admitted he was a rapist and he's asked for forgiveness. He's accused of repeatedly drugging and raping his then wife, Gisèle, who's seen here, over the course of a number of years, and also for arranging for other men to rape her while she was unconscious. Dominique Pelicot has accused his 50 co-defendants of knowingly participating in rape. Many of the men say they thought they were taking part in a sex game. Well, I'm joined now by our correspondent Hugh Schofield in Paris. He's been monitoring that trial in Avignon. Hugh, we've heard from Dominique Pelicot. He's been testifying today. Just tell us more about what he's been saying.
Yeah, this is a long-awaited day. It's the third week of the trial, which is going to last for many more weeks because there are more than 50 men on trial here. But Dominique Pelicot is a central figure. He's the man who's accused of having arranged for his wife Gisèle to be raped, but drugging her, raping her himself while she was unconscious, and arranging through internet chat lines to get men to come to his flat and rape her while she was drugged. And today was the first time he was speaking. He was due to speak last week, but he's been ill. So today he took the stand and said straight away that he admitted the totality of the charges against him. He said, "I am a rapist, as are all the other defendants here in this courtroom." This provoked a hubbub, a general muttering among the other men, rapists, alleged rapists, accused in the court, because their defence, as you were saying earlier on, is that they thought this was a game arranged by Pelicot and his wife, and that it was therefore something to which he was submitting voluntarily. That's their defence. So to be called a rapists by the principal accused was for them an affront and a breach of their defence. So they're not happy with that. But he said, I'm a rapist, they are rapists, and I beg forgiveness. I recognise what I did, even if what I did was unforgivable. It was not a long period on the stand, and there'll be occasions in the days ahead when he will have to go into more detail about what he's alleged to have done. But the president did ask him, why did you compile this dossier, this computer hard drive full of images, of videos of what you and these other men did? And he said, partly for my own pleasure, partly also, he said, in order that these men would eventually be brought to justice. And that, of course, prompted another wave of muttering among the co-defendants.
And Hugh, what happens now? This is week 3, as you say, of this trial, a high-profile one, of course, and we've already heard from a number of people, including Gisèle Pelicot as well. But what comes next?
Well, it is going to be a long trial. There are 51 people on trial here, including Dominique Pelicot. You know, the other men are people from the area around where they lived in the south of France near Avignon, who over the course of 10 years, it is alleged, answered on the chat line, got into conversations on the chat line with Dominique Pelicot, and then came to the house and did what they're alleged to have done. So it's a trial in which each case will have to be taken individually. Each of these defendants has a lawyer and will mount a defence. So that is why it's going to be taking a very, very long time as each individual case is gone through, and there'll be videos which will be produced, no doubt at some point, which are the main point of evidence that identified these 50 people.
So, Hugh, even with that admission from Dominique Pelicot this morning, this could last a number of weeks.
It's irrelevant. We already knew that he admitted the facts. What he said was a brief appearance in which he sort of set out the sort of general tenor of his position, which is to admit the facts. But now the focus will turn into what is in a way more interesting, which is the motivation of the 50 men and what made them allegedly take part in these acts and to consider themselves now to be innocent or to have been somehow, wrongly accused, because they say what they did was done, they thought, with the acceptance, if not consent, of the woman, even though there was absolutely no evidence of that consent ever having been given. She was unconscious during these sex episodes.
Yeah, very distressing case, and thank you for bringing us up to date on that. Our correspondent Hugh Schofield there.